Well, it's not a purple people eater, but it is purple. Today on Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Hey everybody, welcome to Sunday. Blessed Sunday to you fellow travelers. So, my first full week back at the shop, and it was a SOB because I had to reschedule a bunch of people for when we had some issues from the RV, but we're doing good now. And today we are going to be doing a straight razor shave, and kind of a unique one because I was going through all my razors and I found some that I don't think I've ever used this razor. I checked the edge on it. The edge seems pretty good. And so we'll find out if it is a people eater. It's not the purple people eater. That one I'm waiting on from Matt. And can't wait for that. He was, I think he was going to ship it either last week or this week. We'll find out. Anyhow, the soap I'm using today is definitely a purple theme, and we'll go over that at the end, as well as all the other good stuff. So I hope everybody's doing well. We're at that time of year where most of you know that I do cold water shaves most of the time. In the winter, I'll throw in a warm water shave. But here's the ironic thing. To get cold water out of our faucets in southern Arizona this time of year, you have to turn on the hot water because the cold water comes direct from outside, from our groundwater, and it's hot. Well, I wouldn't say hot, but it's lukewarm. So I actually shave with that cold water, which is, like I said, lukewarm, and then I rinse with the hot water, which is freezing, because that's been sitting in the, obviously sitting in the hot water tank inside the house where we have the air conditioning on. Living in Arizona, it's fun. Okay, here we go. This razor is a 5/8 square point. And I did discover, like I said, I don't know how where I got this razor. I don't know. But the square point is not muted. So I have to be real careful with my angle of attack and the pitch and the yaw, because if not, that point will dig in and it will be a bad day. As I do with most square pointed razors, I have a tendency to have the pitch and the yaw favoring the heel. So sometimes I don't always get the point, the square point on the face. So sometimes I have to go over it. But as I said, I have a tendency to yaw it more to the heel, which avoids any digging in. Like I said, I don't know if I honed this or if I got it this way. I took it across the strop 30 and 60, but it feels really smooth. So far, so good. It's an older razor. Like I said, I'll go over the razor itself in a little bit. And good first pass. So we shall see. So we're sitting at about 1810, right around there, 1810, 1811. So we're pretty much, we haven't grown much in the channel. which is a little frustrating, but I know I've been on vacation. I haven't been putting out content, but we're trying to get to 2,000 so I can give away that watch and some other stuff. Hombre's Barbershop, Doc Holliday, which is now part of what we're calling the Tombstone Collection. So there'll be a bunch of other scents coming out over time. Doc Holliday is in, I think it's pretty much produced. We're just waiting on some artwork. And so I'm hoping to give that away as part of the gift. So you'll get the watch, which you've seen. Or maybe I haven't shown you the watch yet, but I'll probably show you the watch next week. And then a full set of the Doc Holliday. So we need to get to 2,000 though. And like I said, we're kind of hovering at 1810. We've dropped a little, then cut. So tell your friends, let's push to get to 2,000 so I can give that stuff away. On a square point that's non-muted, this area for me, if you've got an earlobe that is a dangly, that's when it can get dangerous. And I also hope those of you that either started your straight razor journey with our channel or take some of the tips and tricks. So make sure if you get a chance, you watch the Straight Razor Learning Series. I know I've been talking about completely revamping that because when I did it, it was done in a fairly low res. And when I weighed quite a bit more than I do now. Go figure, I went on vacation and lost 15 pounds. But I got a little bit more to go until I feel where I want to be. But, and the video quality isn't that good, but I want to go over it and do it consistent. And there's 6 learning series modules, and that's going to take a while. So I'm still tossing around whether I really want to do that or not, because the content's going to be the same. However, that being said, in the comments, if there's a module, because I did add, it was 5, and then I added on a 6th for advanced techniques. But if there's a module that you would like to see regarding straight razors, or even double-edged razors or single-edge razors, put it in the comments, and I will do my best to try to put out a video that'll be part of that straight razor or single-edge razor learning series. I'd be more than happy to do that, whatever the subject matter may be. So if you have anything you'd like me to do a video on, let me know. Yes, we're still working on doing Barber Dave Shaves and Such live. But we're still, you know, obviously we do Drinks and Daves. Speaking of, don't forget to join us. Drinks and Daves, we're back on the air, 5 p.m. on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Pacific. We have a multiple of subjects we talk about. But I am looking at doing a Barber Dave Shaves and Such live, probably once a month, to answer questions and stuff like that. And I'll let you know when we finally get down to that. But I do appreciate each and every one of you as far as subscribing and commenting. Then also, most of you know I have a separate channel now for our RV and off-road and rock hounding adventures. And we're going to be putting out some rock reveal videos here pretty quick. So check that out as well. Because to win the prize from this channel, you need to be subscribed to both channels. But that's going to be a ways off, so. So far, this razor, I don't know why I don't use it more. Probably because it's buried. And I have certain specific razors. That I have a tendency to go to. And I think that's part of the reason why a lot of these razors, because you can't see it off camera, but I've got a case that was custom made for this area by a friend of mine. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawers that are about, 1.5 to 2 feet wide and about probably 2 inches as far as the drawer width, and then they're about probably 2.5 inches deep, and then the depth of the case is probably 18 inches. So I can fit roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can fit almost 20 razors per shelf. So, and then I've got other areas where I've got more razors, but now the scariest part to me when I'm using a square point razor that's non-muted is up in the nose area. Because you need to be real careful, because you can slice your nostril and do the old Jack Nicholson Chinatown thing. If you're not real careful. All right, let's see how the total shave went. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful shave. As always, a little bit of cleanup in the neck area. It's funny because of the way my whisker growth is, it seems like I can't get the right angle on it till I do cleanup. And I think the buffing and the flat blading help quite a bit too. And rolling through that flat blading. So you're rolling across the entire edge. Because what I'll do is when I'm flat blading, I've talked about this before, I'll start the blade flat. So I'm really on the apex of the edge. And I'm putting negative pressure on it to keep it flat. But then I'll spread some lather, and then I'll start literally with the blade flat against my skin, and then I'll roll right through the edge. So I'm catching both sides. And it seems to really work for me. As far as I know, I'm the only one that does it. As far as finding it, I'm sure other people have, but it cleans that neck up just almost perfectly. But I admit, I am a BBS chaser, so I usually will not leave until it is at least BBS, and from there. So let's clean up real quick. We'll go over all of our stuff. I hope I didn't bore you too much today. Still using the cold water / warm water for the initial rinse, and when I do my alum. Which was pretty good. I mean, there's a little bit of fire with the alum, but not much. And it's in various places, and that could just be me and the angle. So we will let that percolate for a few minutes. And like I said, the theme of the shave was purple today, so everything except for the razor is pretty much purple. Okay, now I'll switch to the hot water, which is the cold water. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's a good 25, 30 degrees colder. Now, if I keep the hot water on, obviously the hot water heater will kick on and it'll turn hot. But just for the amount of rinsing I need, not much at all. I've gotten into the practice of putting on the witch hazel while my face is a little bit damp still. It seems to go further. And keeping with the purple thing, we're going to be using Thayer's Lavender. Which is just good stuff. Okay, real quick before we move on to the other aftershaves and everything. The soap we used today, just fantastic stuff. Let me put my glasses on so I can see it. This is Seaforth Roman Spice. And this has got grapefruit, apple, spring water, jasmine, geranium, frankincense, beechwood, and spice. So it's equally comfortable in the colder weather, but it's absolutely wonderful in the summer. If you haven't tried any of the Seaforth products, you really need to. And what I need to do is I need to get some of the Seaforth hardware, you know, the scuttle and the other stuff. I just haven't done it yet. The brush today was the Yaki. I call it the Purple People Eater. Just wonderful. And I'm waiting for, obviously, that razor from Matt, and then I'll have a complete purple set. So the razor, as I said, this was in one of the bottom drawers, and this is actually made by Simmons Howe Incorporated. It is a German razor, and I think it's Solingen, and it's called, and I know why I have it, but it's called the number 421 Barber's Pet. So obviously I got it for the Barber side of things. It's got these beautiful faux bamboo type scales. Really neat razor, and I don't know why I don't use it more often, but I may have to change that. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of Gillette gel. I've kind of gotten into the point of using multiple aftershaves, which seems to be working pretty well. I'm way overdue for a haircut. Okay, and then for our aftershave today, we're going to be using Roman Spice. Now, one thing I've noticed about, and this was the first one, well, actually, I take that back. Black Watch was the first one that really pumped up the volume, so to speak, of the fragrance notes and the strength. But this one is the pinnacle, in my opinion. Now, I haven't tried some of the new stuff that's come out, but the nice thing about a beautiful aftershave bottle, the reducer is perfect, doesn't overdo it. And you really get, on the aftershave, you really get the apple and the beechwood, and then the geranium starts coming out. It's just a wonderful scent, just beautiful. Very clean and everything else. So if you haven't tried the Roman Spice yet, definitely do it. And we'll do a little bit of talc, and we're going to be using Clubman talc today, the Barber's Friend. I buy this stuff by the case because I use it in the shop every single day on all my haircuts. And I think I've mentioned that before. I use it on all my shaves, and I use it on all my haircuts, especially when I'm doing the arching technique around the ears and everything. It just, you know, it finishes out. It's one small step, you know, that takes like 3 seconds, and it really makes the clients feel good. And it's just, you know, a lot of barbers don't do it anymore, and that's sad. And then I overdid it, so now I look like a ghost. Ah, feels good. Okay, and then for the EDT, where you're going to be using the Seaforth Roman spice, and it is a powerhouse. It is really good. Good atomizer. Doesn't spray too much, but it just wonderful stuff. All right, kids, that's it. Well, hey, we're back on a schedule, so to speak. Our Sunday shaves are back. Hopefully, we'll keep them up. Tomorrow, I should do a shave to keep things going. But as I said, we're at 1810. We got 190 to go when we give away stuff. So please like, subscribe, comment. I certainly appreciate each and every one of you. Check out our other channels and join us for Drinks and Dave's Live, 5 p.m. on Tuesdays. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such. I hope everybody has a wonderfully blessed Sunday. Take care.